check this out. Bet 20K I get out the first round, since you're so confident in your son. Bet it. If not, shut your mouth and watch the fight. Don't run from this bet like you did Micky Theo.
Music to me is that.
What do you think, John?
Music to me is. Cowards always come out with them statements, don't they? And him there, he is what he is. A two-bit bum with a big mouth. And you know, let me tell you, Tommy is going to wreck him good and proper.
Prediction, John?
Prediction, same as I said. Be lucky to get the first round.
You take him up on the bet?
Take him up on the bet.
Even when I was really fit, within about three.
I'd bet with a real man. That's not even a man, that. I'd give a proper man, an accountable person, somebody with respect and honour as a fighting man. But when he comes out with words like that, like he has spoken there, trash talk, and he's not even good at it. You know, he's been on the internet following other bums, other losers, but wants to make money off somebody else's name. Hear this, mate, you're getting it proper, pal, don't worry about that.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. Oh, wow, your man John Scary, aka John Theory, is down super duper bad right now. And it's a shame, you know, of all the boxing heads, of all the moist looking ass boxing heads, is taken an 0-0 MMA don to call a spade here. Hats off to my dog Anthony Taylor right now, because listen, you best believe Anthony Taylor has his ears to the streets, because what have the streets been saying? What we do know the streets have been saying is that your man John Fury is a scary looking ass, all the way scary, of Micky Theo. Yeah, I love it. In the last, of all the goofy things that have been going on, all the shillery we've seen Tyson Fury pull out, we've seen certain dons say, oh no, he didn't pull out, you know, he's a real fighting man, and all that kind of shillery going on. All the MTK paid off dons, all the side men, all the fence sitting looking asses. Your man's Anthony Taylor comes through and airs out John Scary, tells him straight, listen John, don't be running away like you did Micky Theo. And you know what? I have to give a little bit of credit to Boxing Social, because, truth be known, IFL TV, they wouldn't have played that interview clip. Yeah, that interview clip would have gone missing, no doubt. Yeah, you best believe they'd have cut that out. So I have to give credit to Boxing Social, because whilst they stay shilling for John Fury, at least, well, tell a lie. You know what? Scrap the credit, because in my opinion, they only did it because they were trying to make John Fury look good. If anything, they thought John Fury was going to be rock hard for the bet. Little did they know, John Fury don't want no parts of the bet, which sums up the theories. Because guess what? The bet was, let's not forget, John Fury and his goofy son, Tommy Fury, have been ranting and raving. Anthony Taylor, you want to get out of the first round? You won't get out of the first round, this, that, the other. 2-2s. Anthony Taylor rocks up and says, listen, John Scary. Listen, action man looking at us, Tommy. Put 20 bags up. Innit? You've been giving it a big talk. Put 20 bags up. Oops. Oh, well, you know, he's not a real man. Well, you didn't say we're going to knock out a fake man in the first round. You said you're going to knock him out in the first round. Put the money up. Now all of a sudden, you're worried about, he's not a real man. What's not a real man got to do with, are you confident you're going to knock him out in the first round or not? Oops. And this says you all you need to know. Like I said, the Furies, Tommy Fury and his dad, ain't confident of nothing. Because Tommy Fury can't punch for toffee. What we do know is, what do you think we're all blind? Do you think we missed his last fight? Tommy Fury was in there with some next novice don, and he was, in my opinion, that fight was a draw, truth be known. Tommy was getting the work. Tommy was getting his head pinged off by some next dude who had literally 2 days notice. Tommy had a 16-week camp here. This cat had 2 days notice. After they pulled the last guy, when Jake Paul leaked the fact that the guy that was meant to be coming in was like 2-50. So they brought in some next novice don. I'm pretty sure he was debuting, you know. I think he was a debut cat. An 0-0 don. They brought in an 0-0 don to make themselves look better than fighting a 2-50 don. Wow, they're down bad. But either way, Mr. 0-0 came in and got off all over Tommy Fury, you best believe. That was a draw, no doubt, 100%. And that's why you best believe your man's Tommy Scary and his dad and his goofy looking ass dad don't want nothing to do with, not even a little bit to do. Listen, ask me out of 10 how much the Furies want to do with this bet. If Tommy Fury had any power, he'd have got a debutant out of the ring. If Tommy Fury had any power, in fact, has Tommy Fury had any first round knockouts? Oops. Your man don't have no knockout power. He don't. His shots are blunt. Because if he did, he'd be getting the people. Listen, Tommy Fury genuinely has the worst record in the history of boxing. No joke. Go and look. Genuinely, I've never seen someone fight so many people who have lost so many fights. Tommy Fury's combined resume is something like 20 and 190. No joke. His combined components have 20 wins and 190 losses. That's your man's Tommy Scary. And even then, he can't KO them. You understand? He's going in there with the bottom of the barrel dons. No offense to them. But he can't even, listen, he can't even ice the bottom of the barrel cats. Yeah? So, you know what, Anthony Taylor? I do have to say this. Come on, man. Ease up off Tommy Fury. Ease up off John Fury because they're going through it. You know what I'm saying? We've got to start giving these cats some leeway here because they're down bad. Do you understand? Tommy Fury and John Fury are down super duper bad. We've got to start giving them some credit for trying to make something out of nothing. Because you best believe Tommy Fury has no chin. It's not his fault. It's genetic. It's a genetic flaw. Yeah, his dad passed it on to him, and his dad before him. They've got no chin. They're chinless. If you disagree, tell you what to do. Don't argue. Don't complain. Don't be mad. Go and watch John Fury versus the Black Skellington. Yeah, that's it. Or go and watch John Fury versus Team Lighty. Either one. Both man hit him once, falling backwards, and he went out. So don't give me, oh no, Tommy's got a chin. Tommy ain't got no chin. That's why he's fighting people who are 20 and 190. There's no coincidence. And what do we know? To add insult to injury, couldn't believe this, will tell a lie. I could believe it. Over the wires, one of my insider dons let me know this morning that Team Fury had rang up Jake Paul's team and rang up the commission and begged them to change the fight from a 6-round fight down to a 4-round fight. Wow! It's mad! No word of a lie. Look it up yourself. I promise you. Go and check it out. Team Fury rang the commission, rang Team Jake Paul, panicking, begging for them to change the fight from a 6-rounder to a 4-rounder. Now, this does beg the question. Wait there a minute. 1 minute you were saying you're going to knock him out in the first round. Now, you're changing bout agreements to have less rounds in. How does that make sense? Because the only reason whether it's a 4-round or a 6-round fight would make any difference is if you're not confident of getting him out of there in 4 rounds. Never mind the first round. If you believed you were going to get Anthony Taylor out of there in the first 4 rounds, you'd just say, you know what, we don't need to change. We don't need to be super scary and ring the commission begging. We don't need to be super duper scary and ring Team Jake Paul and try and change a bout agreement 2-3 days out. Why? Because we're going to knock him out in 4 rounds anyway. We'll make it. Tell you what we'll do. Guess what, Team Fury? If you really believe in your man, rather than begging the commission and begging Jake Paul to change a bout agreement, why don't you just say, you know what, we're not going to get scary about having a 6-round fight. Let's double down on ourselves. Let's just make this a 4-round fight. Tommy, if you want to do 4 rounds, make it 4 rounds. Tommy, if you ain't trained to do 6 rounds, make it 4 rounds. Go in there and, you know what I'm saying, go in there and get this goofy out of there in 4 rounds. Oops. Tommy and his goofy team don't have that mentality. Instead, they get on the blower, begging Team Jake Paul, begging the commission to change to 4 rounds. And I've heard, no word of a lie, I might leak these, but obviously because of confidentiality, it's going to be difficult for me to get them out. But you best believe I've heard the tapes. 100%. I've heard the tapes that John Fury and Tommy Fury on the blower to the commission. Oh, well, you know, we can't do a 6 round and, yeah, you just heard a little clip there. That there was a little clip. Obviously, again, for confidentiality reasons, I can't play the rest of it, but trust me, that's just the start. You hear him wailing and, but you know, we can't do a 6 round and, don't make me do it. I won't do it, Dad. I won't do a 6 round, no. So you heard that again. Again, listen, I'd love to leak more of this tape to you, man, but it's just too... given that the fight isn't over yet, and maybe next week sometime we can leak the full tape, but I'm just giving you man some few clips. You trust me, I'm pretty sure from that little snippet there, from the commissioner phone call from the Team Fury, you get the drift of it. They were crying. They were damn bad. They were down super duper bad. Was it down? 100%. Crying, and Tommy Fury was begging, don't make me do it, Dad, and all that kind of business. Begging his pops he was. I won't do it, and oh no, Dad, I won't do it. Not 6 rounds, no. Yeah, again, another little clip there for you, man. End of the day, Tommy Fury, what we do know is, but YB, no, that didn't happen, didn't it? Don't shoot the messenger. Don't be mad at me. What you need to do is go and check the news. Go and see if the bout has been reduced from 6 rounds to 4 rounds. Because guess what? I'll tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't Team Taylor. And that's the crazy thing. All you'll see here is videos from Team Fury discussing this. Why? Because Anthony Taylor's team ain't got nothing to do with it. Oh, well, no. You're down bad. You're super scary. And it's all adding up now. Because 1 minute, Team Fury say, we're going to knock him out in the first round. Next minute, you're begging the commission to turn it down to 4. But like I said, it makes sense why he didn't want nothing to do with this 1 round bet. Because if you ain't confident on doing 4 rounds, you ain't doing it in 1, are you? And again, we can't even really... Yes, half of me wants to be mad at Team Fury, half of me wants to rinse them, but the other half of me feels like we've got to get up off the Furies, especially Tommy, because he ain't got no chin, and he got no power. So if a man's got no chin and no power, what's he supposed to do? Is it a big shock for us that he's begging his pops and begging the commission not to make him do 6 rounds? Just from what I'm hearing as well, not only has he got no chin, not only has he got no power, he's also got no cardio. He's an action man looking ass. He's a blown up bodybuilder action man. Honestly, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he's got no cardio as well. At least Tyson Fury has got cardio. No man's Tommy, no cardio either. So again, YB, let's troll Team Fury about begging the commission to reduce it down to 4 rounds. Can we really do that though? If a man has no chin, no power, and no cardio, what's he supposed to do other than bring the commission and start begging? What's he supposed to do? Then turn down a 1 round KO bet? We can't blame John Fury for getting all technical. Not a real man. Not a real man? What's that got to do? 20 grand or not 20 grand? For me, yeah, it'd be more like this. What John Fury is trying to kind of allege is that, no, he's not a real man, he's not an honest man, he's not a fighting man, so I can't bet with him. But still, regardless whether he's a real man or not, you could just say, you know what, I don't trust him, show me 20 grand in escrow, and we can get it done. But no, John Fury didn't do that. Why? He's got no intention of making no bet. So instead, much like Tyson Fury with the AJ fight, much like any of the situations there, much like John Fury with Micky Theo, they never set out anything that can make it possible or make it actually happen, if that makes sense. They never set any realistic parameters. Yet, I don't trust him. I don't trust Anthony Taylor. He's a bit of a weasel. Put it in escrow and we can talk. No. But no. Not a real man. What does that mean? How can he become a real man, John? What we really know is that John's got no intention of setting out parameters of how he could become a real man. What he means to say is he's going to make some obscure definition. And that's what John Fury lives with, obscurity. Come down to the bare knuckle gym at 4 a.m. in the morning, and if you're not there, then I'm not fighting you. John Fury makes up a mad set of whatever you want to call it, makes mad demands, and then changes them on a whim. He wasn't there. Micky Theo didn't bounce on 1 foot for 16 minutes and then tickle his back with, I'm not going to fight Micky Theo because he didn't jump on his toes for 14 minutes on August 29th last year. So, I can't. That's the kind of thing John Fury comes up with. And what gets me the most, is watch the comment section of this video. Not my video, but watch the comment section, of this original Boxing Social video. You got all the Fury boxing goofies. I love John Fury. Yeah, John Fury is such a real man. And it's wow, wow. But again, what we know is YouTube in particular and the internet is full of goofs. There's a whole bunch of couch dons, That's who John Fury. That's who supports John Fury. There's no real people who support John Fury. It's all losers. I hate to break it to you, it's the truth. Tyson Fury fans and John Fury fans are losers. That's a genuine truth. They're all out of shape and whatever. They're just cretins. I think that's probably the right word to describe it. Basement dwelling dons. And don't get me wrong, I stay in the basement, but the difference is, I ain't no cretin don. Yeah? I'm talking about proper cretins. Because what has John Fury ever did to really get some respect for anything? When has he ever backed up any of his words? And it's interesting, at the end of this thing, he says, I'm not betting with Anthony Taylor because he's not a real man and all he does is use other people's names for clout, like Micky Theo. Yeah, I don't respect people who use other people's names for clout. Well, number one, your whole name is based off your son, because didn't no one know you. You weren't doing nothing in bare knuckle. Oh, well, I fought someone for 100 grand, but no one don't know, I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name? I don't know about you yet, but I'm pretty sure if you was fighting for 100 grand, number one, it'd be a massive event. Especially from what I've seen here, from them bare knuckle events here, they're big events, hundreds of people around. Families are there, 20 man deep each. Are you telling me you forgot an event like that, or you forgot the family tribe? Oops. Innit? Think about that. And 100 grand, and that would be literally the premiere. From what I've heard, or from what I understand, the bare knuckle things are normally like 10, 5, 20 grand. So for it to be 100 grand would be a mega event. Are you telling me that? It couldn't be that long ago. 20 years has gone past, and you forgot which family tribe you fought against for 100 grand. That makes sense. Oops. It doesn't make sense, which means it didn't happen. John Fury's never fought no one. He never wondered why we ain't never seen no footage. And in fact, the only footage we've seen is of John Fury getting knocked at KTFO. Yeah? KTFO is who you are, John. I swear down, someone needs to NFT John Fury getting iced. Because if I ever get rich, you best believe I'm going to be paying £1 million for that one. No doubt. Yeah? The John Scary getting iced NFT. In fact, that's a mad idea, you know. I might have to go and mint that, you know. Go and mint that NFT coin. John Scary being sent to meet his maker. No doubt. Meet his maker coin. 100%. But listen. Before I finish, I want to go back to the point I was making a second ago about, Micky Theo uses names to build his brand. And listen, John, like I was saying, number one, your brand comes from your son. Number two, you never had no brand. Your brand is being knocked out by the Black Skellington and Mr. Team Lighty. Yeah, Team Lighty did you wrong. Black Skellington did you wrong. You got me too'd. And that's why, again, I can't come down too hard on John Fury, because he ultimately is a victim. Listen, yeah? John, you are a victim. Black Skellington, me too'd you. 100%. You've been victimised, no doubt. So we can't, me personally, other people are different. Let's blame the victim. I'm not going to blame the victim. Yeah, John's suffering deeply from PTSD. The Black Skellington did him wrongly. Yeah, touched him all over. Yeah, no doubt. But finally, again, you say about, everyone, Micky Theo wants to use my name and build his name off mine. What's ironic about that statement is, yeah, check this. This whole thing started with Micky Theo, yeah? The whole reason John Fury's had to leave his town and go and hide somewhere in a bush in his new caravan is because of Micky Theo. But ultimately, this whole charade started because, guess what? What was John Fury doing? How did this is what I'm saying about the irony. John Fury sits there and says, I don't like people who take other people's name for clout. This whole thing started when you came out and said, Mike Tyson, I want you. Lennox Lewis, I want you. There's no man for 50. So wait a minute. Is that not clout chasing? Using their names and saying how they couldn't beat you and back in your day and back in my day, all this kind of rubbish. Oops. What's the difference between that? In fact, yours is worse. Micky Theo ain't been calling people out and just talking. Micky Theo called someone out and was ready to back it. You are the real fraud. Because you call people out and got no intention. You just want to talk. Talk. And I swear down, John Fury ain't going to do nothing to no one. I promise you. John Fury is soft. Seriously. The whole Fury name is full of soft looking asses. 100%. And the fact that you man follow them like they're gonna do something, they ain't gonna do nothing. Not even a little bit will they do. No doubt, and I really pray, yeah, Anthony Taylor, if you're listening to this, please go in there and put one on his chin. Go in there. I'm not being funny here. If you've been sparring with a JP, you're ready for this, 100%. And here's the thing as well. The only reason Tommy Fury has a chance is because he's 50% bigger. But even so, never mind size. Go in there. Go and watch Tommy Fury's last fight. The minute someone touched him on his chin, he was doing the dance. Go in there, tuck your chin down, get your elbows in, and get on top of him. And ride his hind legs off him. Because these guys are all talk. And the minute you stick it on them, they fold. And the Furies don't have chins to back it up. Yeah? And the fact he wants to do less rounds tells you all you need to know. If you get in there and get on him early, yeah? Start breaking them legs in for him. You best believe he'll be puffing after about 45 seconds. Just get in there, elbows in, Canelo Alvarez style. That's the best advice I can give you. Elbows in, chin down, march forward and dig away. Yeah? Get straight on top of him. Don't spend time at mid-range. He's taller, he's longer. It's no point. You're just going to lose. Go in there, feint coming in, step slip and work him. 100%. No doubt. Make it an ugly fight. Bang away to his big action man looking ass. What do you call it? Blocky body. Tommy Fury's got a real blocky body. It needs to be worked 100%. He's got a big action man block body. And little spindly legs. What does spindly legs mean? Spindly legs means that when you start chopping that tree, you can fall down 100%. No doubt. If you hit Tommy Fury on the end of his on the end of his action man chin, he's gonna fall straight over. He's got no base in there. Not even a little bit of base. Does he have? No doubt.